Good evening and welcome to the Trash Picture Show. Today we're looking at a figure I picked up in Dublin. This is the Jada Toys Universal Monsters The Bride of Frankenstein. Yes, this is the character from the James Whale sequel, which is essentially just as big as her male counterpart, even though she only has a brief appearance. Yes, The Bride of Frankenstein is almost as synonymous with Universal Monsters as Frankenstein's monster himself. And yeah, that's down to Elsa Lancaster's performance. Sure, it's a very minuscule performance, but it is so good. She also played Mary Shelley at the start of the movie, but her essentially body language and her movements and screech, she kind of hissed like a goose when she's confronted by Frankenstein's monster. It's just so fucking iconic and just so, I don't know how, visceral. It's the only way to describe it. Her repulsion and terror at the sight of Frankenstein's monster, even though herself is an amalgamation of corpse parts. It's so tragic and it's brilliantly done. And again, James Whale knocked it out of the park with the sequel to that movie, and again, she's become an icon. There's been other versions of her as well. Recently, Maggie Gyllenhaal had Jessie Buckley play her in The Bride, and yeah, that didn't receive the best reactions, but still, it just shows the legacy of said character. My favourite version of The Bride is actually in Creature Commandos. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. She's cool, she's badass, but you can't go wrong with the original, and Jada Toys knocked it out of the park with this one. And as I've said before, when it comes to Jada Toys, these are a fantastic alternate option if you can't afford NECA, because Jesus Christ, NECA lately has gone through the roof with their prices, and this is a more budgetary friendly alternative to the Universal Monsters that NECA have been doing. But yeah, enough about the monster and the budgetary benefits of getting the Jada figure. Let's have a look at the figure itself. So first off, here is the packaging. Windowed box, collector friendly packaging. That's a winner in my mind. You got the Bride of Frankenstein, you got Universal Monsters at the top. You have a really cool kind of retro style logo at the side there. You have the Bride, and then you flip it to the back, and I think this is the second series, and some of these are re-released. So you have Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I have one of these already. I have the Invisible Man, and he kicks fucking arse. But I had to add this lady to my collection, and yeah, she looks badass, and she comes with a nice few accessories. So I'm going to pause the video here, and when I come back, we'll have a closer look at the Bride of Frankenstein. Don't go anywhere, I shall be right back. And we are back, and the bride is out of her plastic prison. So before we look at the accessories, let's have a look at the figure herself. And first off, I gotta say, I love the face sculpt. It's not as detailed and intricate as NECA, but it's still really fucking nice. And again, you've got the classic kind of pompadour hairdo with the streaks of grey going through it there. And just going down, she has a soft goods kind of dress or gown. And articulation wise, there is good articulation. A wee bit rigid, but not a deal breaker. There is a single ball joint here, and there is articulation in the wrists. Same with this one, there's articulation in the wrist. There's no double hinge joint, sadly. Moving down, and apologies bride, I'm not trying to be indecent. Just have a look at the legs there. And she can do the Van Dams, and she does have a double hinge joint in the leg, so you can get a nice range of motion and posability with that. And there's good rotation and good pivoting at the ankle there as well. So yeah, it's a nice figure. I like the Jada figures. They are nice figures for what you pay, and you don't break the bank with them. She does come with the secondary head, and it's her giving her iconic screech. And just in case you were wondering, this is what she looks like under the gown, kind of this bandaged up female form, almost like a female mummy. But yeah, and there is the standard head next to her screeching head. She also comes with an alternative set of hands, and here they are as well. Just there is one there that's doing a clasping motion, and there as well. And yeah, Jada figures are good because the hands aren't super difficult to switch. They go in fairly smoothly. Same with the head. The last accessories she comes with are these two electrodes, and there's ribbons here to bind her hands onto, or you can use the chains as well. And they're very simplistic, but they get your job done. So essentially you have these kind of metal rods that are going to conduct your electricity through this chain, and she holds onto the ball here and her hands are bound with these ribbons here. And yeah, again, not super detailed and not super intricate, but they get the job done, and they're nicely constructed and nicely painted. Also, anyone wondering, there is a Velcro tab at the back of the soft goods gown, so you can just tab it closed again. But yeah guys, I'm going to pause the video here and I'm going to compare her to some other figures, so don't go anywhere, I shall be right back. And we are back, and there is the bride, and let's compare her to another Jada Universal Monsters character I own. Let's compare her to the Invisible Man. And yeah, the scaling on that is fairly accurate. Again, it's her pompadour that gives her a bit more height. And let's try another Jada figure from a different line. Let's try Chun-Li from their Street Fighter line and see how she scales up. And again, I think it's the pompadour that's giving her height more than anything. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And lastly, let's try another company. Let's try a Star Wars Black series. Let's compare her to Princess Leia Organa from the Hasbro Black series. And yeah, she kind of dwarfs Leia there. It's a really nice figure. Again, it's not as intricate or as detailed as, say, the NECA Universal Monsters, but it's still pretty fucking nice. You get some nice accessories, and as I said before, if you're a Universal Monsters fan and you're on a budget, this is the figure to go with, because you know what, fucking times are tough and you don't need to be forking out 60-70 euro for a figure. This is just as good. You can get these guys for between 25 to 30 bucks, and you essentially could get two of them for the cost of one NECA figure. But yeah guys, let me know what you think of this figure. Do you like it or do you prefer the NECA? What is your favorite Universal Monsters, and what is your favorite version of Frankenstein's bride? Let me know the answers to those questions in the comments below. My name's Martin, this has been the Trash Picture Show, and yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.